So, my friends, welcome today. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't already done so, take that first sigh out. And get comfortable. And really let that next sigh out with intention. We can even have 3 big releases, big sigh out. Really let it go. Even with a sound, rolling the shoulders, perhaps. And letting it go, letting yourself be free of stress, anxiety, any of those negative symptoms or emotions, just letting them go, or having the intention of letting them go right now. Then we can deepen the breath. Even if the breath is a bit shallow to start, again, just having the intention of expansion with the inhalation and contraction with the exhalation. And if you feel those tight sensations in the body, or just a bit of a constricted ability to breathe, feel the body rise and then feel the body fall. Inviting a little movement into the body. Taking that deep breath and then sighing it out. Inviting a bit of a pulse to the breath. Inhaling on this sound and exhaling on the following. Hold and let it go. you could center on a note or begin to focus your attention on a secondary stimulus, such as the feeling of the breath. Feeling of expansion as we slow it down. Still hears your inhalation in. Seeing maybe if you can pause on that empty feeling, that feeling of release. Feeling of freedom. Really sigh it out here. Sigh it out completely. If you're finding it still a little difficult to center yourself, that's okay. Meet yourself in the place you've come to the session, accepting that version of yourself each day, connecting with a different version of yourself. We'll add a little bit of rhythm to the breathing. Here's our 60 cycle beat. The sound of 1 second. Can you center yourself on that beat? It may bring a little bit of stress rising with this feeling of the beat, the steady beat. But as we're able to focus on it and sync our breath, you may find that you are able to breathe a little bit deeper. That it's affecting the neurology. That you're able to slow it down. Even I will help slow it down. Breathing in and breathing out. Even that rubbing, the transfer of the breath from inhaling to exhaling. Feel that moment where it turns around. Just going all the way to the bottom and pausing wherever you are in the cycle. Perhaps even exhaling a little bit more each time. The top, pause, and then let it go. And fully exhale in that state. Flip it around. Perhaps adding a little bit of motion with the breath as well. Feel the chest rise. Feel it fall. Feel it rise. And feel it fall. Hold and let it go. Slowing it down even more. Slowing it down all the way. So that your exhalation is even taking a full minute. All the way down, all the way down. And on your next inhalation, feel that fullness. And let it go with a sound. A sound of release. A sound of relief. An intentional release. What are you releasing today? What's that sticky feeling that we'd like to be free of? And can you find it in the body, where it lives in the body? A little bit of a glow, a little bit of a hum. accepting filtering, perhaps just floating for a few moments. Using the intention of the breath to again find those impurities. Anything that weighs on you. Name it, visualize it. Whatever it might be, if it's a sensation, memory, just a feeling. Is there any kind of counter thought or statement that you can invite into the practice? Any intention you can set for the day. Even if it is just to be present. Perhaps visualizing the glow as a beautiful pool or pond, somewhere very serene, calm and safe. Could be somewhere that exists in reality or somewhere imaginary. Perhaps imagining a beautiful bench to sit on by the water. And you sit, and the bench just takes all your weight. Let your weight go into the chair, into whatever surface you find yourself on. Perhaps it's some kind of magic bench where time stands still. You're able to visualize all aspects of life, to reframe. And as you look at the water, notice it's sparkling. In the sun. Slowly you start to see under the ripples. There's a whole world of life. On the other side, pure beauty, serenity, and calm. And you can just look at the beautiful pool, the pond, and marvel at it. Or perhaps have a drink of that pure water. Maybe you dive right in and just feel that water purifying your whole being. That sigh out, really feel that pure beauty, intention, connection. Let that pure water, healing liquid just float down to wherever it needs to go in the body, wherever that sticky feeling, that muddy feeling lies. Let it purify. Let it filter. Let it release. Sigh you had all day. returning to the bench. Slowly emerging from the water if you've taken a dive. Coming back to the room. Coming back to the self, the body. Noticing if something's changed. If you can find anything new, if you found anything new. Perhaps you've taken an artifact with you from your special little pond or beach. And we can slowly start to come back to the breath. Let it fill you up. Can you breathe any deeper than when we started? Following the click back to oneself. Very gently expanding the body, the awareness back to your space while maintaining that center. Let it go. Let go of the experience, even. Thank you, my friends. If you haven't already done so, you can open the eyes. Take a stretch. Oh, maybe you feel a release. If anything's flared up a little bit, or you feel change of temperature in the body, a little bit of a shiver, or maybe you built up a little bit of a sweat, that's okay too. Just accommodate these sensations slowly. Return back to the body, that center line that draws us from top to bottom. Perhaps feeling the strength in the body now, lifting up. Towards your higher self, feel the power of the breath and let it go. And it's always there for you to access. Thank you, my friends. Put hands together, very light feeling. Just appreciating this moment. And we can say peace, shalom, namaste. Thank you, my friends. Have a great day. We can unpack for a moment.